Hey everybody, I'm here with Andre. You may have seen our video previously where I was taking him through our back program. And so we just finished, we just did a little bit of a meditation, and Andre was talking about how he used to be flexible, and actually in karate class, how they used to push down on people, and he was able to touch his toes then. And I was telling him that it's possible and we can get him to touch his toes again. Most people think that that's impossible actually. And frankly, I love it when people think it's impossible, because it's, for me, when I show them, they're like, I can't believe I can touch my toes again. So he has longer legs, so it makes it just a little bit more of a challenge to do that. But so one of the things he was doing after the program, there's a difference between sitting and reaching for your toes, and then actually standing and then leaning over and reaching for your toes. So what I was explaining to him, because he was trying to reach his toes, that after we do the back program, we don't necessarily want to do that right now, because we just mobilized a lot of the stuff in his lower back and hips, and now we just want to let it kind of relax and not put any more stress on it right now. And when you reach, if you hear me talk about it, doing spinal flexion is actually what wears and tears on the disc. And so over time, depending on your disc, there's some people that have fat discs that are hard, and those are like linebackers. You ever think about, how do linebackers do it? Their bodies are built differently. They can take more hits, more force, whereas like for me and Andre, our basketball players, we're a little bit lankier. We have probably thinner spines, and our discs are not built like a linebacker's disc. So every time we do spinal flexion, and I'll just show, let me hook this up here. So spinal flexion would be anytime, like if I hunch my back and I'm rounding my back. So if I'm rounding the back, I'm now in spinal flexion. If I'm pushing the hips back in my neutral spine, now I'm not in spinal flexion, and this is what I was teaching you before. So actually what I'm going to do is have you stand here.
Yep.
Yeah,
facing the wall?
Face me. That'd be good. A better cueing. So come forward just a little bit. So working on these movement patterns is going to be key. So like, so we did the program on Tuesday, and we were at the basketball court, and he went to pick up his bag. Do you remember how you went to do it?
Backpack.
Don't show it. I'll actually show it. So he went to pick up, and I was trying to teach him that he's got to create these patterns of protecting the back through strength movements. And so he went to go pick up his bag, and he went down to the side and then did spinal flexion. So this is putting it's putting torque and compression on the discs. And especially after doing the back program, we don't want that. So we want to keep the pelvis in neutral, and then be able to do the hip hinge. If you saw my videos on hip hinging versus pelvic tilts, we're going to keep the pelvis in neutral. He's going to hip hinge and then start to squat down. And so we're going to go from there. We're going to do, and actually I'll show you a little trick. And Andre, you can do this anytime, anywhere. So I have this bar. I'm going to have you grab the bar behind your neck with your right arm.
From lower? Or?
Yeah, behind your neck with your right arm, and then left arm with your lower back. Grab the bar. Yep. And then keep 3 points of contact with the bar on your head, your mid-back, and your butt. Yep, just like that. Okay. So now, this puts him in a neutral spine. So right now, just drop your rib cage a little bit. You feel any stress in your lower backs?
No.
When you do this? Okay. So now you're going to bend your knees slightly. You're going to keep those 3 points of contact, and now you're just going to push your hips back. So this is going to cause him to hip hinge. So keep pushing your butt back, without bending your knees. Just keep pushing your butt, like keep your knees slightly bent. Yep, just like that. And now push your butt back and keep pushing your butt back, keeping that 3 points of contact until you start to feel your hamstrings. Keep your abs tight. Don't let the bar come up. Don't flex the spine. Good. Keep pushing the back. Keep pushing the butt back. Keep pushing, keep pushing. You want to like push it back towards like, if there were, nope. See, now the bar's coming up. Now we're spinal flexion. Like think about like you're pushing your butt through a hole in the wall. If that makes sense. Ready? And go. Keep going. Keep pushing the butt back. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. There we go. Yes. Yes. You feel a difference?
Yeah.
All right. So he got off balance because he's not used to the movement. The brain will reconnect as he gets used to the movement. For those watching, check in. Let me know where you're checking in from. Sorry, I see the camera is a little bit lopsided. Anyways, besides that. So let's try that again.
Yep.
And this is the pattern that you want to correct. It's normal to feel like you're off balance. So pushing the butt back, yes. Good. Yep, and then come, good. Yep, keep pushing the butt back. Don't let that bar come up. And then, yep, there we go. And now come up again and repeat. Do that again. Good, keep pushing the butt back. Good, and come back up. Just like that, each time. So that repetition, you feel the difference?
Yeah.
And now, I'm gonna show you guys how we turn that. This is more of a deadlift movement, how we go into a squat. So he's got to get this pattern down first before we go into the next progression of this. Because if that's not there, we're going to bypass a movement through our brain, and then we're going to end up here. You can switch your arms if they're getting tired. Yeah. So we just switch the arms if it gets tired. You guys can get a broomstick at home, anything like that, and just put it behind your back. Keep 3 points of contact, your head, your mid-back, and your butt. And this forces you to stay in a neutral spine. If your rib cage are coming up too much, trying to, yep, bring your rib cage down, yep. And then push the butt back. Keep pushing the butt back like you're sticking it through a hole in the wall. Good, until you feel a stretch in your hamstrings, keeping the weight on the heels. All right, so now you're doing it pretty good. We're gonna go into a progression of this. Okay. So pushing your butt back, just like you were doing. Keep pushing it back, keep pushing it back. Good, and now start to bend your knees. Yep, good, keeping the weight on the heels. Good, and now I'm gonna take the bar away, and now just stick your arms out in front of you like that. So this will balance, good. Okay, so now he's just gonna go deeper with his heels, and then push up through the heels, and now you're gonna do that without the bar. So push your butt back, keep pushing the butt back, keep pushing the butt back. Yep, sitting back on the heels, and now pushing up through the heels. Now that's a perfect squat. Let's do a few more of those. So on Tuesday when we did it, he was on his toes and he was shifting his weight forward and all the torque was going on his back and his knees. Now the movement is perfect. Good. Do a few more of those, just like that. And each time you can go a little deeper and deeper into the movement. You feel them burning at all?
I feel that lower mid-back. It's kinda,
burning?
Yeah.
Yep.
Burning,
So
contracting.
Exactly. That's exactly where the weakness is. So that's let's see if I can turn this around actually. I don't think so. Good. Awesome. Okay, that movement pattern looks good. All right, so we're going to end there on the Facebook Live. Andre, I'm just going to have you turn around. So for the people watching that may be suffering from back pain, if you can just help them out, like basically tell a little bit of what you just went through and how you're feeling now. So we did 2 sessions. The first session, he had some acute pain. You had done some of the YouTube videos.
Yes.
And then we met and we did a session, and then just tell people, maybe give them some hope. And
okay, so yeah, I mean, I had a guy kind of fall on my back the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and got a lot of pressure back there. I could barely walk. I had to use the wall to walk. And Ian sent me some videos to do. It instantly opened up my back. I was able to walk. I felt good, and I came in here maybe about a week later, and we went through some exercises, and all the pain was just, it wasn't existing in my mind. It went from very acute to very dull, and I wasn't even minding it anymore. So yeah, definitely go through the stretches, take your time, do the technique right, and I mean, through 1 or 2 sessions, you should notice a big difference.
So we just finished up the second session. Any difference between the first and the second session?
Oh yeah, much more. practicing the technique more this time has definitely opened me up. My flexibility, I feel more mobile, I'm walking better, everything.
Any recommendation for people that like went through what you went through recently, what to do is, um, you know,
Yeah.
like were you skeptical about doing this?
Um, no, I think I ran into enough problems with my back before that I was like, no more of this. I need to figure it out. And then for some reason, you popped up and it was like, hey, I can help you. And I was ready for it. So, and 2 sessions in, I'm already feeling good.
All right, so what's the hope for the future now? Basketball and how?
Oh,
Like, do you have a goal?
basketball. I mean, like I said, to be optimal, to get my body, right, feeling good, being able to do anything I want, If I want to play basketball, any sport, I want to do it, and
Well, one of the big things is I think you said I can't play basketball for a year.
yeah, I did.
So what's the goal? Like, what do you think now after two
I
sessions?
mean, I feel like I can go today.
All right.
I really do. So it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've injured my back, and I really feel like I can play basketball right now.
Awesome. All right. So any comments, questions, go ahead and leave below.